All right, we've got a special briefing for you today, and we're jumping right in. There's been a major development in the world of AI tools that you're going to want to hear about.
So here's the top story. The way teams get their hands on powerful AI development tools, specifically Codex, has just fundamentally shifted. And this is a really big deal for developers, for team leads, really for anyone looking to bring AI into their work.
So what's the headline here? At its heart, this is all about opening up a new, much more flexible way for teams to build things with AI. Okay, the main event is a brand new pay-as-you-go pricing model for Codex. This completely does away with the old fixed-seat fees. It means teams on ChatGPT Business and Enterprise can now add members who only need Codex and pay simply for what they use. Think of it like this. You're paying for the amount of AI processing you consume, and that's it. And a huge point here, this comes with no rate limits.
And they've made getting started incredibly simple. You stick with your current plan, you add these new Codex-only members, and boom, you start paying based on usage. The key thing to understand is that this makes it so much easier for smaller groups to spin up a pilot program, prove the value on a couple of key projects, and then scale up from there.
All right, let's get into the fine print. How does this new pricing model really stack up against what's already out there?
So you've really got two clear paths now. On one side, you've got this new Codex-only seat. It's pay-as-you-go, no rate limits, and it's absolutely perfect for those targeted projects or just for kicking the tires on the tool. Then, on the other side, the standard business seat is still there. It's a fixed annual fee, but you get both ChatGPT and Codex. It does have some usage limits, though. So now teams get a real choice. You can go for flexible, usage-based access for your developers, or you can go for that broader, all-in-one access for your entire team.
And speaking of that standard C, there's another piece of news. To make that option even more attractive, the price for a full ChatGPT business seat is dropping. It's going from $25 down to just $20 per seat. Now, to make sure this new pay-as-you-go model gets off to a flying start, there's a catalyst, a limited-time financial incentive really designed to get people using it right away. So, for a limited time, if you're an eligible ChatGPT business workspace, you will get a $100 credit for each new Codex-only team member that you bring on board.
Now, there is a cap. The offer maxes out at $500 in credits for your team. But still, that's a pretty significant boost for any team that's looking to experiment with this.
So why is all this happening right now? Well, to understand that, you have to look at the context, which is just the incredible accelerating growth of the platform. Get this. Just within ChatGPT Business and Enterprise teams, the number of people using Codex has grown sixfold. That's a 6x increase just since January of this year. That's not just growth, that's explosive. It signals a massive shift in adoption. And this is all happening on a huge scale. We're talking about a platform that has over 9 million paying business users in total, with more than 2 million builders using Codex every single week. It's already being used to speed up workflows at major companies you've definitely heard of, like Notion, Ramp, Braintrust, and Wasmer. This isn't some niche tool anymore. It's quickly becoming a standard. Okay, so that brings us to our final and honestly our most important section. Why does any of this matter to you? What's the real takeaway from today's briefing? Let's cut right to it. What's the bottom line for you and for your team? Well, fundamentally, this just tears down the financial barrier to entry for professional AI development. Teams can now start pilot programs without a huge upfront investment. You can prove the tool's value in 1 or 2 places before you decide to roll it out wider. For managers, this means a much clearer return on investment, right? Costs are tied directly to usage. And for developers, it all adds up to faster, more consistent workflows. The bigger picture here is really about speed and competition. By making these tools this accessible, the entire pace of AI-driven innovation is about to get a whole lot faster. So we'll leave you with this question to think about. With the barrier to entry now this low, what's the very first problem that AI is going to solve for you and your team?